Hello. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, February 6th, 2025. We are back for another episode of Bricks and Beyond, a creator showcase series. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, Bricks and Beyond is a showcase series that highlights members of the LEGO community. Each episode provides you with an inside look of the person, or people, in this case, behind the account. Tonight, I have a father-son duo joining us from the Constitution State, otherwise known as Connecticut. In the social media world, you may know them as Poised Beasts, but I am here to introduce... Let me get them in here. Yes, or Friday, Thursday here, Friday in other places as well. Thank you for joining us. Hello. How are you guys?
How you doing, everybody?
Welcome. I love
Thank you.
I love the matching attire here.
Yeah, I got a hoodie. He's got a T-shirt.
Fan
That's our.
Fantastic. Now, I know I mentioned it. Now, Gavin, you made these shirts, right? Hey, it's okay. I know you made them. You just want to make your dad feel good and say that your dad made them, right? I get it. I get it. Well, thank you both for taking the time to join me tonight. As I mentioned in the introduction, I want the community to get to know you guys as people, and then I'd love to share your Lego journey with everybody. So, first of all, I'll just kick off in your neck of the United States today. What's the weather like over there? You guys have any snow?
Yeah, we just had a snowstorm, snow ice
Okay.
storm, and he didn't have school today because of it.
That's so sad, isn't it? When you don't have school, right? You get really upset.
Pretty much.
Do you like school, or are you a fan of school, or would you rather not have to go to school?
Both.
Both. That's how my son is too. He likes going to school, but then when he's off for too long, sometimes he's like, I think I'm ready to go back. So I understand that completely. So I I was not much of a school guy, so I'm proud of you for liking school. I'm sure Dad's pretty proud of you as well.
Yeah, he tells me all the time that he loves it. So
That's good. Now, what grade are you in?
Second.
Oh, so is my son. Okay, so I'm guessing you are 7.
8.
Oh, you're 8. Oh, okay. So you're a little bit older. My son, he'll be turning 8 next month. So when's your birthday?
September
Oh,
24th.
wow. So you're, let's see, October, November, December, January, February. You're almost 8 and a half.
yeah, he's
Holy
old.
cow!
He's a little bit older for his
I
dad.
thought
Yeah.
I saw some gray hair there. That's all that stress Dad puts you through, huh?
Mm.
All that Lego building you guys do. That can be stressful, can it?
Yes.
So what's going on for you guys this weekend? You have any big plans? Anything exciting?
Mm, what do we got going on this weekend? I don't think we have anything really planned to do this weekend. I was actually contemplating whether we should go to like someplace where they do snow tubing and
Ooh, nice.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, are you a sled? I was gonna say, do you like snow tubing or sled riding?
Yeah, I mean, I used to ski when I was younger.
Okay.
He's never tried it yet, so I'd like him to maybe try
Okay.
skiing or snowboarding, and
Yeah.
definitely snow tubing.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
have I've never been snow tubing, but I've heard it's a lot of fun. So,
Oh yeah.
uh, if you go, Gavin, make sure you tell your dad to let me know how you did, because then I'll know if I should be scared or not. So,
Yeah, it's fun.
uh, now, are you football fans at all? Will you watch the Super Bowl or
We'll
try to
watch.
watch the commercials?
Is it this weekend? Yeah.
I think so. I quit caring this year, so
Yeah, no, I stopped. I used to be an avid Giants
okay.
fan, and to be perfectly honest, pretty much the time that he was born, I quit cold turkey. I don't want to get into the reasons why, but I stopped. I'm not so much of a avid
Yeah.
crazy fan anymore.
Yeah, no, I get it. The way I look at it is, they don't pay my bills, so why should I care if
Right.
they win or lose? You
Yeah,
know, so they're not
exactly.
they're not cheering me on my job. So, and they're not Gavin. Do they come to your school and say, "Go, Gavin, get an A on that test"? Yeah. So yeah, so you get what I mean here. So, all right, so let's dive into some Lego chat. So, Gavin, since you were born, I think you were born after your dad, right? Your dad was born first. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll start with dad. So hang tight. I know you look, I saw you yawning there. Don't fall asleep on me. I'm going to get to you. Let me ask your dad a couple things and then I'm going to switch over to you. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, so Christopher, were you born and raised in Connecticut? Or are you from somewhere
No,
else?
I was born and raised in New York, actually just across the border from where I am now. We could literally walk to the New York border. That's how close
Oh,
we are.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up in Westchester County, which is the first county north of New York City, um, and I was there pretty much most of my life. I left after college in
Okay.
1997.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, so how far are you? Did you say you're from New York City?
No, I'm not from the city specifically. I lived about 40 minutes north of the city
Okay.
growing up.
Yep.
My parents are from the
Oh,
Bronx, the South Bronx.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yankees fans?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was default. I
Yeah.
mean, we were. I've been. I have a lot of Yankee stories. I mean, I went to a lot of games. My father was a New York City Transit cop, and
Okay.
he had a lot of friends that worked at the stadium, and we used to go for free
Yeah.
at times. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yep.
met I met I met baseball players when I was a kid. I met
Nice.
Reggie Jackson. I met a
Okay.
lot of people.
Yeah. Now, I hear there's a pretty big Lego store in New York City. Have you guys ventured over there at all?
We actually haven't been in the one in the city. We
Okay.
went to Legoland in was that Port Jervis area, and then there was another one that there's actually a couple in Yonkers, which is Westchester County.
Okay.
There's like a big indoor. I mean, it might as well be a theme park because they have rides and everything in there. You know, so it's pretty
Now
cool.
that's the Legoland, right, in New York?
No, that's not
Oh,
Legoland.
that's something different.
It's at a mall, and
Oh, okay.
it's a Lego
Okay.
store, but they have rides. There's a lot of like gymnasium type stuff where
Oh,
kids can climb.
a Discovery Center.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
We've been there's one in Columbus, Ohio, and then we've been the one in Philly and one in DC. So I guess they must be. I didn't know there was one in New York. I always knew Legoland was up there.
yeah,
Now, have you guys been to Legoland?
yeah. We were at Legoland. Was it last summer or the summer? I think it was 2 years ago we went, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Gavin, do you like to go on rides, or are you not much of like a rides guy yet?
I love everything
You
in there.
Do you? Oh man, see, I wish I gotta plan a trip to Legoland. I gotta bring my son, and you have to help me get him on rides. He'll do some rides, but I don't know, like the you like roller coasters? Oh man, I'm gonna have to borrow you so you can help my son get on the roller coasters because he's iffy on roller coasters. So I think it helps when you have somebody that likes things to kind of help you feel more comfortable. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we
See?
actually there's a trick to it too. Like I told him on one of those more scary roller coasters, I said, "It's not that bad. Don't worry. It's not. It's really nothing." And then we went on it, and he liked it. He
That's
liked
No,
it.
I was like,
yeah.
I'm so excited.
Well, hey, if you didn't, what I tell Bryce, my son, I say you wouldn't know unless you tried it. So,
Hmm.
try it. If you don't like it, you don't do it again. If you do, then you get the joy of getting to go on it again. So,
Yep,
uh, so yeah, dad's right on that one. Always try the roller coasters, no matter how big they are, and
that's right.
if you don't like it, then you just don't do it. So.
That's right.
Um, Now, Christopher, did you have any siblings, or do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have a sister. She's about a year and a half younger than me. She lives in Western Pennsylvania, actually north of Pittsburgh, about 45 minutes.
Oh, I'm probably familiar. I won't ask you the city online, but yeah, let me know where, because maybe where's that?
Concrenton.
Concreton. Can't say I've heard
It's
of that.
it's a town in Western Pennsylvania. It's south of Erie, about I don't know, half hour,
Oh,
40 minutes.
Okay, so I'm about 2 hours from Erie, so that's probably like halfway. I'd say probably halfway point. Okay. I don't venture, we don't venture too much that far north. Um, but yeah, so yeah, well, let me know if you're ever visiting your sister and we can give you a tour around the city of
Oh, that'd
Pittsburgh. So
be great. I'd never been to Pittsburgh. I'd love that.
yeah, well, everybody makes fun of me because when I talk about Pittsburgh, I don't really sell it well because I'd rather live down south, and so I don't shine Pittsburgh like most people would.
Right.
But I'll tell you, it's a great city. So,
Okay.
all right. So for you growing up, so you had your one sister. Let's pretend like Lego doesn't exist. What did you like to do, or what did you enjoy doing when you were growing up?
The one thing that I was most interested in building was RC car
Okay.
kits. I really got into that, and unfortunately that's not much of a thing anymore. They did away with it. Most RC cars they already come ready to
Yeah.
run. They call them,
Yep.
and but I think that people are missing out because when I built mine, you literally learn every aspect of the vehicle.
Sure.
So when you drive it and crash it, like everyone does,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
knew exactly how to fix it
Yeah.
because you built the whole thing. You know.
Now, do you have any of those RC cars? Maybe not from your childhood, but some. Have you purchased any along the years that you and Gavin like to play with?
Well, it's funny you said that because about what is it 2 years ago I turned 50 because
Okay.
I'm and
Congratulations.
thank you. And my for my midlife crisis, I couldn't afford the drivable Porsche,
Sure.
so I bought a monster RC car. The
Nice.
tires are literally like this big,
Okay.
and it goes 60 miles an
Wow.
hour, and it tears up grass, and
Nice.
uh,
Okay.
it's
I,
incredible,
I
incredible.
thought I thought you were going to tell me you got a Power Wheels and like souped it up or something.
No, yeah, because of what we do here, obviously that would make
Yeah.
sense, and I probably could do that,
I
but
wouldn't doubt that. Yeah.
it's very time consuming.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I can imagine. Gavin, do you like playing with the RC cars?
I don't have as many, and I don't use them as much,
Okay.
but I like. But I like.
Yeah, they are fun. Your dad's right. I don't really see many even in the stores anymore. Like I don't even see many RC cars, but there used to be a shop when we would go down to Myrtle Beach and you could build your own RC car.
Yeah.
And they had all like the different components and like you could do colors and different tires and accessories and lights. Um, Went out of business. So I don't know. I don't know if that's one of those trends of things that maybe like they die and then they come back
No, there's
again. Um,
actually the place that I got my car. It's a really big shop. They're in Mayapack, New York, and
okay.
they had everything there. I actually went in there with the intent of buying a much smaller car. And then when I went in there and I'm like, you know what, I'm splurging on myself. It's my 50th birthday. And I saw this thing and there was a guy in there. He was a customer. He goes, you should buy
Yeah.
it. And
Oh,
that's all it took.
geez. Sounds like people in the Lego hobby.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
People are good at spending other people's money. Um, I see. I have a question for Gavin. We're gonna hold that. Gavin has his own set of questions here, so hang tight on
Okay.
that question for Gavin. We will get to him. I promise. He's gonna be the star here shortly. Um, All right, so RC cars when you were growing up. Now, with your sister. Now, was that something that she was into as well, or did she have her own set of things she was into?
Well, she did end up getting one, but she never finished it and I think I finished it for her and she was able to use it, but it really didn't, I don't know, she just never got into it
Yeah,
like I,
yeah,
She
yep.
was a musician. She
Okay.
played a lot of instruments, violin, French horn, xylophone,
Oh
flute.
wow.
Uh, she did a lot. She had a tremendous amount of musical talent.
Does she still? Did she carry any of those on?
She did very much a big part of her adult life, but unfortunately, in the last 10, 15 years, she's kind of gotten away
Yeah.
from it. And that's funny you say that because, like, the rest of the family is like, come on, we want to see it again, Yeah.
Gavin, what do you think? Maybe you play the instruments here?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, have you played any, or are there any instruments that you think you might like to play?
I I play electric guitar and a little bit of piano.
Oh, okay. Ah, wow. Okay, I thought you were okay. You're coming at me official here. Holy cow! So you just rock out on that? I'm
Well,
impressed. Whoops.
he's just dabbles.
Well, I mean, hey, that's a start. You got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, Gavin, I'm going to you now. All right. So I know I already asked you, but we had some new people come in here, so I'm gonna step back. So you are how old?
8.
You are 8, and your birthday's a September birthday, right?
What?
You said your birthday's in September, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then you said you're in second grade. Now, in school, do you have anything that you enjoy doing? Like, are there any subjects you like or anything special that you enjoy?
I enjoy playing with my friends, doing
Oh,
like
yep.
hanging out with my dad.
Ah, that's nice. Ah, man. Yeah, I bet you make your dad feel really special, don't you?
I didn't put him up to that.
I thought I saw a $5 bill slipping over it.
I just want to say hello. I just want to say I saw somebody I knew.
Yeah,
Hi,
yeah,
Anna.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Gavin, I don't think he has a favorite build. He said he likes the dinosaur. I just wanted to say that because I saw a
Okay.
question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nope. And I meant to tell you that if anybody says anything that you want to interact with, please be my guest. Feel free. Um, all right. So, Gavin, so obviously we're going to talk about the Lego that you and your dad do. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Okay. But other than Lego, so we know you do some music. Now, what other stuff do you enjoy doing when you're not building Lego?
Um, Playing with my
Okay.
toys and
Okay.
um,
What are you doing today? Upstairs.
drawing.
Yeah, you like to draw?
Oh, do you like to draw? Oh, okay. Is there anything special that you enjoy drawing, or just whatever your mind thinks of?
Whatever my mind thinks.
Yeah, that's pretty. So I have a feeling you have a big imagination, if I would guess. Is that right? Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah. Now I'm curious because my son Bryce he loves to draw too. Do you prefer like what you draw with? Like, do you like colored pencils or crayons or markers or just everything? Everything.
Everything.
Thing. And do you like to like make big drawings or just like little things, or do you like to make books? Like anything special?
I like to make them all. I can do it whenever I wanted to.
I should have asked do you have any special drawings that you would like people to see by any chance?
Oh yeah, but I have them, but I forgot where I put them.
Uh,
They're
d-
like,
don't you hate that when you forget stuff? Well, if you think of where they are, maybe later tonight or tomorrow, let your dad know, and I'd love to see what you come up with. Okay?
okay.
Okay. All right. So let's get into a little bit of some Lego chat here. And Gavin, I'm going to go back to your dad for a minute, okay? So Christopher, when you were little, did you have Lego when you were a kid?
I did. I remember one specific build. It was a big yellow box truck,
Okay.
and the reason why I remember because it was a tragic memory. I
Oh boy.
built it to perfection, finished it, and my grandmother was downstairs in the basement, and I wanted to show her. And I opened the door, and I started to immediately as I started down the stairs, I dropped it, and and it was a long staircase. It wasn't even a landing. It was all the way down from the first floor
Oh,
down
yeah.
to the basement. So it pretty much exploded, and there was like nothing left. I had to literally build it from scratch
Oh,
again.
lovely. Yeah.
That was tough.
Yep. Oh,
That
I
was tough.
bet. Yeah. Gavin, have you ever dropped anything you've built? Have you guys ever that you can remember? Have you ever dropped anything?
No.
No. Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, but we put the dinosaur.
Oh yeah, you dropped. That was
Yeah.
me.
Blame dad.
It was me. It was my fault. But I just figured he hasn't, since he never broke anything, he did witness what happened. When we
Okay.
first started building the dinosaur, we got up to about the hips and I knocked it over.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh gosh.
Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
catastrophic. The whole thing. He was so upset he was crying.
Oh
because
gosh, yeah,
that's how much progress we had.
yeah.
And I was on a mission that night because it was in the evening when it happened. But to make him feel better, I literally built it back and beyond what it
Wow.
was in that one night.
Wow. Okay, that's impressive. I'm just going to toss this little fact out there for everybody to know, and we'll get more into this later. There are no plans when Gavin and his dad build. There are no instructions. So we'll get into that later, but for him to tell you that, that's pretty special. Do you want, Gavin, do you want to answer that question? What's your favorite build you and your dad have made so far?
Um, it was a dinosaur.
The dinosaur.
The dinosaur?
Now, how tall was that dinosaur?
Bigger than him.
6'6". Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I see. I saw the pictures. I wasn't sure how big it
Yeah,
actually was, but
yeah, it was about
that
six
that's
six.
that's
Yeah.
quite impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
All right. So
Hi Donna. Sorry, I just want to say
nope,
hi to
nope.
Sunny.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is all about you guys. So you say hi to whoever you want. So all right. So then so you had that set when you were little. Now did you have any bulk Lego when you were little? Like, do you remember just building like whatever you wanted, or was it
No,
more
no,
of
no, no.
sets?
I got to be honest. Like, I always felt a little frustration that I didn't have enough bricks to build what I wanted to
Yeah.
build,
Yeah.
and I never had it. And that's pretty much that's one of the main reasons why this what we do now started, because
Okay.
I was an adult and I could, buy ridiculous amounts of Lego and do what I always wanted to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
and share it
Okay.
with him.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, do you have anything from your childhood that you would have kept, or did it all find its way somewhere else?
No, the Legos never made the Legos didn't make it for my childhood. Star Wars toys did.
Okay.
Um, I have some old Star Wars toys. I still have probably most of my RC cars in storage.
Oh, nice.
So, um, but the Legos they didn't survive
Yeah.
my childhood.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I've heard some horror stories of mom and dad getting rid of stuff for people's storage units getting broken into and getting stuff stolen. I did have one person I talked to who told me her mom and dad kept all of her childhood Lego in a nice container. Everything
Wow.
was packed away. She came home as an adult and they said, "Here you go. Here's all your stuff." So I said, that doesn't happen often. That's for sure. Um, all right. So then, did you have a period that you got out of Lego when as you were growing up, or did you stick through it, or did you have the
No,
dark
no.
ages, as they say?
There was a long lull. I think that as far as me being involved with Lego, me personally, I think I stopped pretty much after I would say early high school, and
Okay.
then I didn't really do any Legos. I mean, I'd say I got back into it when he was born,
Okay.
like, or a little bit after when he was a toddler.
Yep.
That's really when I got back into it.
Okay.
So there was a long period of time that I wasn't doing
Yeah.
Legos.
Yeah. And so that's actually what I was going to ask you. So what brought you in? So we're going to say so. Did you start because you were buying a set or something for Gavin, or was it just something? What did you come across that really got you interested again?
Well, it was specifically the Duplos that because he was at a young age, so that's the ones that we ended up
Yeah.
buying for him at first,
Okay.
and Santa Claus got him, and I remember building with him. We before we even started Poised Beast when he was much younger. I used to help him, and we used to build all like miniature versions of what we do now. Like, and
Okay.
I always felt like I remember building stuff like a smaller dinosaur, and I would have like I'd be 10 bricks shy of
Okay.
of being able to complete it, and I'd be like, oh man,
Yep.
I wish we had more, and
Yep.
so then we moved in this apartment, and I started we did you know big builds, but small in comparison to what we do now. We
Okay.
started with robots. He did a robot himself,
Wow.
and then we did a frog and an owl, and the owl was about, I'd say, 3 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Um, so it wasn't tremendous like the stuff that we do now, but it made me realize that maybe I can step it up a little,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and then I said after the owl. What do we do after the owl? I forget. Oh, he did like a couple of builds himself
Okay.
too. He did like crocodile
Oh,
and a
nice.
house, and and then he was doing that while we were trying to complete the dinosaur because we couldn't post.
Yeah.
We had nothing to post.
Yep.
And the dinosaur took us 4.5 months because I didn't have enough bricks. I didn't have the money to buy all the
Sure.
bricks, and then the supplies would run out from the places that I was buying it from. So
Okay.
I would have to wait, and it took 4.5 months, not because we couldn't finish the dinosaur in a much shorter period of time, but because it wasn't available or because I couldn't afford it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll get into that, but yeah, I'm very interested to hear your dealings with how you get to the stuff to the size that you do. All right, so Gavin, I'm coming back to you now here. Do you remember? So not too long ago, but when you were younger, do you remember like your very first builds that you would have made by yourself?
I remember that, like the little owl and the bear.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, you
that's
made.
right.
Ooh, okay. What color was the bear?
It was just like rainbow, and
Ooh.
I made a robot
Okay.
by myself too.
Oh wow. So now, Gavin, when you make stuff, so not let's not talk about the big stuff yet. Let's talk about like just some of the smaller stuff you make. Is it just your imagination that you just come up with stuff, or do you see something and you try to build it?
I, I see something and I try to build it.
So that helps. So you're just in your house or somewhere and you see something and you're like, I like that, I'm gonna build it. And you do.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
He also does kits. He just finished a kit today, actually.
okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. So now, do you like the set building too? Uh-oh.
Yep.
You
Sorry.
good? No, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so he likes the sets too. So what do you like to build in sets? Oh, cars. Oh, kind of like your dad, the RC cars.
Yeah, he
Okay.
just
So you built
built.
that all by yourself.
Oh,
I'm impressed.
Oh yeah, and this is a generic. I don't know what brand this is, but it's not Legos. But he built a robot that is radio control.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, it's it's Lego. He's showing it right now. He wants to bring it over and show you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
This
So
is
it
all.
actually
It's very
moves?
much dissimilar. Like these, they're very much like Legos. If you look, let me show. Let me show it close. You can see like
Yeah, yeah.
the parts. Like see that orange one
Yep.
right here.
Yep.
They're definitely like Legos. Obviously, there's other stuff that's different about it, but
That reminds. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. It's fine.
No, I was just gonna say that reminds me. Lego had a theme called Mindstorms that was all like robots, where you could get like the different motors and pieces, and that reminds me of one of the sets. It was a robot that looked just like that.
Oh,
Now, does that move? Like, can he control
yeah.
that?
You want
Oh, that's
to
cool.
show him, Gav? Show him what
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
please.
have. Gav, show him. Show him.
um,
You gotta turn it on.
turn on.
Yeah, I'll put the camera on you. Here, here.
See,
Okay, let's see this thing in action here. Holy cow, that thing's fast too.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that is really cool.
you can also do this with his hands.
Oh, okay.
He built this whole thing by himself.
That's insane.
Uh,
I wonder how many. Do you know how many pieces that is? That looks like a high piece count.
I don't know, but he did it all. I did nothing. I had nothing to do with it.
And that, Gavin, I'm gonna tell you, I'm really proud of you, buddy. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, to have something that you built that actually has like motors in it and makes things move. I mean, that's more advanced than just your regular Lego set.
Yeah, it looks like what's that? Number 5 from Short Circuit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's really cool. I've never seen that before.
It has a
Like I said,
wheelie bar. Turn it around. Turn it around. I'll show him my. See that little?
Oh,
It
yeah,
stops
yeah,
it
yeah.
from
Oh,
falling
that's
down.
awesome.
Yeah.
Huh. Very interesting. Like I said, that reminds me just like that Lego Mindstorm stuff. But that's really cool to actually see it work in person because I've never seen one of those before.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I would be too. Geez, you have to teach it how to go into the kitchen and get you a snack and a drink, you know?
Yeah.
I can't climb up the walls.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's not Spider-Man, right? Maybe that's what you need to learn how, or if not learn, that's you have to think of how to make. You need to figure out how to make a Spider-Man that can do all that stuff for you. Get your toothbrush, get your clothes ready for the day. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
That's
I
what
could
I
do
say.
that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hey, if you think of how to make one of those, let me know because I'll borrow it from you. I'll even pay you for it if you can figure out how to make one. Okay.
I also might build this a little soon.
Oh, you're building that next? He got. When did you get that? I forget.
Oh, wow. Man, you do the Technics too. Technic and I, we do not get along. So I applaud you. I'm going to clap for you for doing Technic because I am not good at Technic. So if you have any tips that you can teach me on how to build Technic, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I try to build any and all different types of sets, but Technic and I we don't get along well. So
I've actually
um
never built a Technic set. I've only built regular Lego
yeah,
sets.
I mean, they look really nice. They really do. You really have to pay attention to what you're doing. So, Gavin, I mean, like I said, that's good for you that you're able to do those because there's a lot of adults that can't even build Technic. So, and
Wow.
I'm one of them. All right, so let's get in. I know you were swinging the camera around there, so we saw a little preview of some things here. So. You guys are known, I'm going to say, as the Duplo builders. Is that what we want to?
The dynamic
The
Duplo.
dynamic Duplo. I love that. All right. So let's talk about because I'm genuinely curious and I have zero idea, so I'm learning as everybody else is. Um, my number one question is, where do you get all of these Duplo bricks?
I found like a company that is a generic brand because I
Okay.
cannot afford Legos.
No. No.
The Duplo blocks themselves, one is over $1.
Okay.
So if I was to buy 10,000,
Oof.
that's insane. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I found a generic brand. I think it's called Prex Tex or something like that. I forget the
Okay.
name specifically, but I found them on Amazon. I found them on, Walmart and a couple of, Mercari. People are getting rid of old Duplos and selling them in bulk. Some people actually separate them and I don't know. I guess they get them from donations or tag sales and then they sell them and I buy them that way too.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and,
So, all
and
right.
what
So,
is it? Brick Owl? Brick Owl
yeah.
is another place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then, what started this? Like that's the next thing I'm curious about. What started this whole journey with deciding to take Duplos and basically mega sizing? Like you guys just didn't say, "Hey, let's buy Duplos and let's just build." You went big.
Yeah.
So,
No, I know. I'm not really sure. I mean, I didn't actually. I knew I wanted to do something with Gavin. That was the whole plan in the beginning. That's pretty much the extent of the plan.
okay.
I knew we were going to do creative projects together because we like to build. When it snows. Actually, if my cousin's still on here, I built a big snowman at her house
Oh,
a
nice.
few years back. When I say big, when you're standing up, the head. This was a giant. Actually, it's in our post on Instagram. If you
Oh,
look through our posts,
I
it's
didn't
in
see a
there.
snowman. Okay. I'll have to
Yeah,
go back. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm on right
and
now.
it was a sitting giant, and the top of the head when it was sitting down was 6 feet tall.
Wow.
So
Holy
that
cow.
tells you how big the giant
Yeah.
was. And we did that.
Yeah. Yep.
We did a duck. We did a couple things in the snow, but I was posting things that I had done in the past, and then we started doing the Legos. And I thought, this is great. Let's just try it with the time lapse and see
Yeah.
how it comes out. And I think the one that hooked me and Gavin was the owl. When we did the
Okay.
owl, we did the time lapse on that, and we were really thrilled with the result of the
Okay.
owl.
Yep.
And it's not like it gave us a tremendous amount of following or people, but it like sparked something in us both.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yep.
then as a result of that, I think we did the frog after the owl, right, Gav?
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
did a frog, and those were relatively small. And then after that, Gavin did a couple of things on his own. A crocodile, a house, and another robot, big robot,
Okay.
almost as tall as him.
Oh, wow.
And then we did the dinosaur.
Okay.
That
Yep.
that was the one when I was like, let's let's see if this can go
Sure.
somewhere. If we build something massive,
Yeah.
And
Yep.
to tell you the truth, I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to complete it. I just started, and the end result was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all I can say.
Yep. So if anybody has access, I don't know how. Obviously, I'm not going to test out leaving the live because I don't want to kick myself out. So I'm on my laptop right now, and if you go to poised_beast on Instagram, you will see Christopher and Gavin's page. I'm going through it right now. I went back, so I see the robot, which is almost as tall as a couch.
Yeah.
I do see the owl here. Um, I see snow, but I don't see the snowman. I see the frog.
Hmm.
Oh, the spider.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did
Yeah,
spider. That's right.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not gonna lie. That would haunt my dreams.
Yeah. We did two versions of that. We did a rainbow version, and then we painted it black.
Yeah,
We did a black version.
yeah. Rainbow's fine. I can deal with that. But seeing that giant black spider, that's not going well with me. Um, all right. Then we see the frog, the owl, the spider. Let's see here. Then we
Jack o'
have
lantern.
then it goes dinosaur.
Hmm.
Then the jack o' lantern. Which did you have different versions of the jack o' lantern?
No, no. The jack
That's a
o'
real
lantern we
pumpkin.
did.
Okay.
We did. It was there was a lit and
Yeah.
we would light it up and film it in the darkness, and we'd also just by itself
Yep.
without lighting.
Yep.
Oh,
I
and
see that.
fireplace too. We
I was
did a
just gonna
fire.
say that the hearth. Yep. The fireplace. The pot of gold. The rainbow.
Yeah.
Out of the pot.
Hmm.
Um, then we have the Slimer,
Yep.
uh, the duck.
Yep.
Yep,
That's where we're at.
and that's where you are.
And
Yep.
we did
Um,
I call it a design study. It was a big wall, basically.
hmm,
Just we called it our diamond wall.
okay. Yep. Now, Gavin, question for
Gavin,
you.
here, here.
All right. Of all of the big things that you and your dad have built, what do you feel like took the longest time to get done?
The dinosaur,
The
because
dinosaur?
it was only 4 months, and everything else was like a
Oh,
month or
okay.
weeks.
Now, do you and your dad, do you guys come up with the ideas for these big builds together? Or is it like you think of
I,
something, your dad thinks of something?
I think of something.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're the genius behind these ideas here. Okay. So now when you and your dad when you guys build, I'm assuming obviously you enjoy building these big things, right?
Hmm.
Now, do you have to use a ladder when it gets to a certain point to help your dad get to the higher up parts?
And no, I use like a stool.
Oh, a step stool. Okay. Because I was thinking about like I'm looking at the dinosaur and I know you and your dad said that there was one point where it fell apart. I was just getting nervous. Like if you had to stand on a stool, you could actually fall inside of the dinosaur, right? Like if it was at a or actually any of these, like you could fall inside of the duck. Like they're that big, like you could fit inside of them,
Yeah,
right?
we could. He actually, if you watch the build, he's inside the duck for a part of it.
Okay. Now, so the builds themselves. So obviously, I'm looking at the pumpkin, and that's hollow on the inside. So the way that you guys design these, they're all hollow, meaning there's just space in the middle, or are they actually fully brick built?
No, they're pretty much they're always hollow because I don't. First of all, I don't have the amount of bricks that would be necessary to do a solid build,
Yeah. Yep.
and then the other reason is because um, um, I don't. It would take a lot
Yeah.
longer. It would because to fill everything up, it would take us a lot longer to do it, like probably 3 or 4 times as long.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, I've realized as I've been doing these that it's not necessary to. I figured out we have a strategy and a way to keep it relatively structurally sound
Sure.
as we're going up.
Yep. Now, this is one thing I wanted to point out that everybody's watching and everybody who rewatches. I want this to be known. Christopher and Gavin, they do not have any instructions for any of these massive builds. They are purely imagination, trial and
Yep.
error.
Yeah.
There's no lego.com, there's no duplo.com, there's no massivebuilds.com. It's literally them creating these things by themselves.
Yeah, we'll use a. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll use a picture to reference, or like for example, for the duck, we used
Yeah.
a small rubber
Yep.
ducky. It's just to look at it to try to keep the proportions relatively similar.
Sure. Yeah. Now, so when you have these built, and I know you said you have a way to build them so they don't need the inners. I'm looking at the duck right now. Do you mind showing the duck in
Sure. Yeah, I can
person?
start. I can do it right now.
Can you just like give us an idea of like where on the duck, like how does it support itself? Like how does that head support itself?
Well, I mean, you could see that the footprint. Let me see the footprint of the neck right here.
Yep.
This is about I would say between 10 and 12 inches in diameter right here.
Okay.
Right where my
Yep.
hand is. So as a result, that's a pretty decent footprint. And then as you
Yeah.
go up, you're just only going out by one integer at a time, and it's spreading and then the fact that it's a circular spherical shape,
Yep.
it actually is inherently stronger.
True.
So it's not necessarily while you're building it, it's not strong, but as you come up and you reconnect, it makes it very strong.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does because I nowhere near the scale. I just built an upscaled carrot, and I'm looking at this duck, and it reminds me of how I built the carrot with the steps. But what's so crazy, like when you're up close, the duck looks more blockish, but when you step back, like it looks like a round head. Like you can barely even tell it's block.
Yeah, no, that was the objective, to try to keep the proportions and the curvature,
I
like
mean,
as close as
that's
possible.
amazing. I mean, that's it's simply amazing. Now, you build the base as well, so that's just like water base or the blue bricks down at the bottom.
This is just a flat. We just put this on the floor, and that's what I
Okay.
started on.
Yep.
When we first did it, we envisioned like having it sit in a pond kind
Oh,
of thing, but
yeah.
that was a little bit too much of an endeavor.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I get that. Now, do you guys, so obviously because of the number of parts that you guys have, what is your usual turnover rate for the project so that you can reuse the bricks?
Um, as far as time wise, we've averaged around a month and a half every 2 months, kind of thing.
Okay.
And a lot of people are always. We're kind of depressed about it at times
Yeah.
as well. But we just take these things apart and
Oh yeah. Yep.
and start over.
So there's that is awesome. I mean, these that's amazing. So how tall is this one?
Well, Gav, come here. Come here. Can you just? I want to show. I'm 6'1". I'm gonna stand next to it.
Okay.
So show me, Gav, so they can see how tall this is. No. Turn around. There you go. No, turn it around. Turn it around.
There we go. Oh wow. Okay. So what's that about? Almost 4.5 feet?
I'd say 5,
5?
actually.
Yeah.
Right here, probably 5.
Okay.
Or maybe just below 5.
Yeah.
It's close to 60, actually. Pretty much. 60's probably like about 3 or 4 inches higher than it's got. Well, he's not showing. So.
Now, Gavin. Now, I have a quick question for you. Now,
Here, guys.
okay. Oh wow. So that is big. Okay. Holy cow.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you put like an adult compared to it and then a kid next to it. Now, Gavin, question for you. Now, I know you know that because you build these things that if you touch it the wrong way, they can fall apart. Have you ever been like, man, I wish I could just sit on that duck and pretend like I'm riding it?
Go ahead.
You can actually, wow, that is impressive.
And stand on it too. You can stand on it.
Wow, I did not expect that.
Yeah, let me
Oh,
click
this
over
is
here. Here we go. It's a better
that
view.
is fantastic. Holy cow, man! You know, you think of the bricks and you think of being so delicate, but man, that's crazy.
Now this is strong. Here, go over there, Gavin, and film me. Keep it like this way. Here, this way, this way. Go all the way back.
Oh my gosh, that is, yeah, don't fall. That is crazy. I can't believe that. Wow, very
Yep.
cool, guys. This is really cool. You guys are awesome, truly awesome.
Thank you.
I love this stuff. I mean, I feel bad for you guys that you have to take them apart.
Yeah, yeah. We were hoping. I actually put the Slimer on eBay, and just to see if anybody'd be interested. It's still
Yeah.
there, but you know.
Oh, hey. I mean, have you reached out to like any sort of museums or anything to see if you could get a way to get this stuff showcased somewhere?
No, I haven't. I haven't really done that. I guess I should try to find something that's related to Ghostbusters because you know, I think that they would probably might be interested in this. You know.
You guys, do you have any sort of like children's museums nearby you or anything?
Um, Gavin, that's the Bruce Museum is a children's museum, right? Maybe we should go there. Yes, I guess we could.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, I mean,
I'm not
something
gonna
like
give it to them though. You know what I mean?
no,
I'm
no,
not gonna.
no. I was wondering if they had some sort of like, because sometimes these museums have like, I don't know, maybe like a contract or something where you can be like some sort of display, like that duck. Like if you could take the duck for display and like maybe you get some sort of commission for, having it set up somewhere. Or even, do you guys have a Bricks and Minifigs or one of the like off-brand Lego stores by you?
Mm, I don't think so. I've never
Okay,
been to one like that. No.
okay. I
Would
was
you be
just
curious?
curious.
Would you like to see the back of the Slimer?
Because now I am curious since you mentioned it. I didn't think about it, but yeah, what's it look like on the
All
back?
right, Gavin, I need your help. Where are you, Gavin? Okay, I'm gonna turn this around. He wants to see the back. Okay.
It's great. It's not like flat in the back.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's so,
There you go.
so cool. That's crazy. So how many pieces are the two of these? Do you know roughly?
Between the two of them, I would estimate around 10,000.
Wow. Okay. Now is
Yeah.
the duck? So the duck on the bottom would look like what the Slimer looks like on the back, right? Kinda. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not like,
Yes.
or did you
Yeah.
build a base?
Yeah. It would look pretty similar. If you watch the build for the duck, you can
Okay.
see exactly what it would look like.
Okay, I'll check it out. That is so crazy. So I'm looking here, because I'm just now that you showed the back of that, now I'm curious. So the fireplace, that would look similar to the Slimer in the back?
Yes, pretty much. I mean, the fireplace was actually to me I would describe the fireplace as probably the most simple, straightforward build that I've done.
Okay, yeah, yep,
Because it's basically rectangles and squares. And it was, the only challenging part was just trying to get the proportions correct,
sure.
But
Uh,
it was hollow. Each of the sides. It's really funny because the construction of that fireplace was very similar to an actual fireplace. Like if I was to build it out of carpentry
yeah,
and wood or something like that, it would look very similar to what the Lego result
yeah,
was.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It looks like a fire. I mean, a legit fireplace. Now, what did you guys put in? I'm just looking at it now. What did you put in? Was that like those wacky wobbler things for the fire?
Oh, for the fire, they were basically uh, Halloween cauldron,
Okay.
flames. Like I
Yep.
think I might have one over here. I thought I did. Okay, guys. I used to have one over here, but I guess I put it away. But they like they just blow air
Yeah,
and they shine LED lights on like a piece of material that basically flaps above it. You
yeah,
know.
that is so cool. So how long does it take you? So you let's just say you guys just come up with an idea. How long does it take you to like plan? Do you? Well, let me backtrack. And I'm sorry because I'm just like so overwhelmed with what you guys do here. So you come up with the idea. What's the next step? Is it the like planning on how it goes, or do you just like mass gather bricks first?
Well, when we first started out, we used to keep all the bricks like in a big pile where they were all intermingled. All the colors were together. But
Okay.
ever since the dinosaur, we've basically been separating all the colors, and they all have their own separate bags.
Okay.
So I live in an apartment, and these are the bags.
Oh
You see
wow! Holy
this?
cow! Yep.
So I have right now there's no Legos in them at all, but this shelving unit is specifically for
I
all
see.
the bricks.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
so all the bricks are in the duck and the slimer, but they all fit. They fill these bags on each shelf.
Okay. Yeah. That's really, really cool. So then once you guys have the plan in place, you said it typically takes you what, a month to do a build?
Yeah, the Slimer and the Duck, it took us about a month each. Like I said, we don't have a set
Yeah,
schedule. We just it's like a leisurely
sure.
thing. There's no if there's some time and we come home from work and we finish dinner and turn the TV on, sometimes just music, and we just build.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
yeah,
a nice. It sounds like you guys have a nice escape to just kind of relax and have a nice bonding time together where you're not worrying about screen time or anything like that. You just get to use your imaginations and build.
that's right. That's what we do. And
Yeah,
I think the great part about what we do, the fact that we don't plan and that everything needs to be figured out as we're going, it keeps us more engaged
yeah,
as a result. I think
yeah,
it's
sure.
easier. It's because you're like, wait, that doesn't look right. Let's try it this way, because we do have trial and error.
Yeah,
Like I think a lot of people just have this assumption that we build these things and we never come across problems.
yeah.
So, there's been you know a lot of time. The dinosaur for sure. It was hard for me to figure out the how the transition went from the lower abdomen up to the shoulder
I'm
area.
looking at it now. Yeah.
You know.
I
So
mean,
like that, I actually disassembled quite a large portion of the upper uh, abdominal area
okay.
and redid it. But you really can't tell by looking at the video because it's so fast.
That I mean, I like the duck and the Slimer. I mean, that's one thing, but the dinosaur here is just
Yeah, it's
I,
actually our most popular build. Even right
yeah,
now, on TikTok, it averages close to 100 to 150 views a day, and we posted that 2 years ago.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an incredible piece. I feel sorry that you guys had to take it down. If I was rich, I would have told you to glue it together and let's take it somewhere because that's
Yeah.
and I'm seeing the video the pictures go by and I just saw a picture of Gavin riding on the back of it. So again, this stuff is strong. An adult can stand on it, a kid can stand on it.
Hmm.
Um, truly, truly great stuff. So obviously, I'm sure people are going to be curious. So, in the build time here that you've had the Slimer and the Duck now, are they getting close to the end of their shelf life?
Yeah. To be honest, the reason why that they haven't been taken apart yet is because we're more attached to these than we've normally been
Yeah.
to others in the past. And then the other thing is too is um, there's a lull because I recently started an LLC for
Oh,
this
yep.
for Poised Beast, and
Okay.
you know I don't know what it's going to lead to. I'd like it to lead to something.
Sure.
I have, like I said in the past, I didn't even know where we were going to what this was going to lead to here. So, um, we plan on offering a T-shirt for each build. Like,
Okay.
you know, we'll have a dinosaur T-shirt, and an owl, a duck, a Slimer T-shirt. You know.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna plan on doing that, and we also have a song. I don't know if you knew that. We have
I
our
did
own
not.
personal. Yeah, it's really cool. It came out great, and there's a bunch of phrases in that. It's a really good song because it really embodies everything about
Okay.
us. You know, me and my son building, and you know, building a legacy, and you know, just spending time together, and you know, him learning how to be a
Sure.
man. You know, as and you know, so we're gonna, the plan is I'm gonna take some of the phrases from that song
Okay.
and incorporate them onto each T-shirt as well.
Oh,
So
nice. Okay.
yeah.
Well, now, just so anybody who's rewatching this, where can that song be found? Because I'd like to listen to it myself.
I it's I think it's on one of our posts. I can't
Okay.
remember which. It's the one of the holiday posts that I did. But you don't hear the entirety of the song,
Okay.
but it's a compilation of everything we've done in the last year and a half. And it was a video after the duck, I think, and it was you know, it's like a video compilation of like a bunch of videos that we did in the last year and a half
Okay.
or so.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I will definitely check that out. Um, now, have you guys started planning for the next thing? Do you guys know what you're doing or any ideas?
It's funny you say that because I was discussing with Gavin. Gavin actually, he he has the 3D spatial curse that
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he came up, and not for nothing. This is crazy because I didn't come up with this. So if we build this, he he came up with this design.
Okay.
It's crazy. It's really amazing. It's not I'm not. We're not going to build something like a sculpture, a piece. We're probably going to do something like a wall pattern again
Okay.
with it. But what Gavin came up with, I'm telling you, it's really impressive. If we put this together, it's going to be really cool.
Ooh.
It really is.
Okay.
He
Okay.
put some pieces together, square and rectangular bricks, utilizing the corners and
Okay.
on angles, and it fit together, and it was functional and strong, and it's not, they're not designed to
Sure.
do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So you know, so like when he came up with this, I was like, what?
Yeah. Ah, well, good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you have me intrigued. So that's what I want to hear. That's exciting. So you guys have a plan in place for where you're going next. So I will be excited to see where you're going. Obviously, everybody else will. Now, you guys are active on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, correct?
Yeah, mostly Instagram and TikTok right now. We're
Okay.
trying to get on YouTube and you know, get our presence up and running. I have all the videos, and I have someone who's trying to help me get it up on there. So I'm hopefully it's going to be sooner than later that we have more of a presence on
Sure.
YouTube. We'll see.
Yep. Now, not to toss something out your way, but just my mind was thinking. Have you ever had anybody come to you and ask you like you guys to design and build something for them, kind of like on a commission basis?
No, I mean that would be great. We would really, I would love that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. But no, nothing.
Hmm.
I'm actually
Okay.
surprised about that, to be
That
honest. I thought that maybe somebody would have. You
that
know.
shocks me too. Well, now that we've talked, I will put you in my little green book. So when somebody tells me, "Man, I wish I had a giant duck," I know right where to send them. But no, seriously, I will. I will certainly keep my mind or my ears open because you always see these businesses that are trying to think of new ways to like come up with something to display and like how awesome would it be just to have a massive Lego build like in your front office or something like that. I think that'd be really cool. So
No, I
um,
agree. I agree 100%. I would love to do something like that. You know,
okay,
that would
well,
be cool.
yeah, if I come across somebody, I'll certainly send them your way. But
Okay.
now, have you guys, before we wrap up here, just a couple more things for you. Have you ever thought about, and I know it would be a big feat, but have you ever thought about transporting these builds to any of like the live conventions or the Lego shows or anything?
Yeah, I'd like to do that, but you know, it's funny. Um, I mean, I was, when we did the dinosaur, I wanted to save it. I was trying to think of ways that I could save it, and
Yeah.
after when we built it, there was no thought process as far as disassembly, shipping. It was the build was the objective. There was no other
Sure.
so that's really important when you're doing Legos. I think in general, if you want to be able to transport something, there has to be a thought
Yeah.
process involved in designing it
Yep.
so that you can take it
Yep.
apart. You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard enough to ship. Like people don't even want to ship. Like if you're buying a used set, people don't even want to ship a built set, small scale. So I can't even imagine the logistics of trying to get something that size, at least in mostly the pieces that it's designated to ship as, without having to glue it or, it falling apart. But
Yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing. We don't use glue on any of
yeah,
this.
that's I
None
didn't
of it.
think so. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you
The
wouldn't
other
have your
thing,
bricks anymore.
right? And then exactly. And then the other thing is, the duck itself. I would say out of all the builds we've done, I think the duck would be the easiest one to transport. I could very
Okay.
easily remove the head and get it through a door. And I think the best way that for that particular piece, if I was to transport it, I would shrink wrap it. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that makes sense.
Like
Yep.
saran wrap. I would saran wrap the heck out of it, and then take the head off, saran wrap the head, saran wrap the body, and then I could turn the body sideways to get it out of the door.
That's good. Yeah.
But the Slimer, that would be much more of a challenge, mainly because of the teeth.
Okay.
Like the teeth, um, they're hanging there, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I
you
don't
can
know.
play that. You can play the dentist
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to toss this out there because how long again did you say you guys plan on keeping these two up?
Um, I don't know. I'm thinking probably another couple of weeks because I like I said, with the logistics and everything that I have to do for my job and living everyday life.
Yeah,
I don't think we could. I don't think that I could take them apart right away.
sure. Well, then, since I will be posting this as a recording, I'm just going to put this out there. I'm going to try to help you here, okay?
All
If
right.
anybody needs a giant Slimer or a giant duck that they'd like to rent on a commission basis, please
Hmm.
reach out to Christopher. He'll shrink wrap them for you, and he'll find a way to get them to you.
Yeah, that's great. That's absolutely great. Yeah.
Well, seriously, Christopher, I really appreciate you and Gavin taking the time. I know Gavin's probably getting tired. I'm getting tired. I get it.
Yep.
I really appreciate you guys coming on with me tonight and sharing this journey that you guys have together. Um, I just want to say kudos to you for being an amazing dad. I mean, it's hard to be a parent nowadays. And I don't think the kids will truly understand that until later in life. But Gavin, you have an amazing dad. You are an amazing kid. And I'm proud of you, both of you, for what you guys are doing. And I'm really excited to see what you guys do next.
Oh, thanks. That's really nice. I'm really glad we came on tonight. It was really nice of you to ask, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
This was great.
Yeah, well, I always like to ask. I would love to check in with you guys later this
Yeah.
year. See what you got. Obviously, I'll stay in touch otherwise, but officially, I'd like to check in with you guys, see what you've built over the year, see how third grade is probably by that point.
Yeah.
So, because we all know it'll be here, before you know it. So, but yeah, before we go, if you just want to toss out plugs for your channels here, just so everybody knows where they can find you.
Yeah, we're Poised Beast. That's Poised POISED_beast, and we're on Instagram, TikTok, and we're starting out on YouTube. We don't really have much of a presence on it, but we will be more on YouTube.
But you will get there. I'm positive of it. And in the
Thanks.
meantime, if I can think of something I need, or if I can find somebody in need of a massive build, you will be first on the list to call. So,
Oh, that'd be great.
yep,
Thank you so much.
for sure. Gavin, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on too.
Yes, thank you so much. Really, no, so awesome. Thank you for having us.
I
Really,
appreciate both you guys. You guys have a good rest of the week. Have a good weekend. If you go snow tubing, have a lot of fun with that
and we'll
too.
let you know how it goes.
Yes. Hey, you know what? Build a massive snow tube out of Duplo and see what
There
happens.
you go.
All right, guys. Well, hey, have a good rest of the night. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right, everybody.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
joining. We'll see you guys. All
All
right,
right.
bye.
Bye.